Hey there, wonderful people. Breaking news that's going to impact millions of Americans' Social Security payments are getting a significant boost. If you're receiving SSA, SSDI, SSI, or VA benefits, you'll want to stick around because I'm about to break down exactly how much more money you'll be seeing in your monthly checks. Before we dive deep into these crucial updates, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on important benefit updates that could put more money in your pocket. Now, I know many of you have been anxiously waiting for news about the 2025 Cost of Living Adjustment, COLA, and today we're going to explore every detail of this increase. With inflation continuing to affect everyday expenses, this raise couldn't come at a better time. But here's what you might be wondering: will this increase be enough to keep up with rising costs? How does it compare to previous years? And most importantly, when will you start seeing this extra money in your account? Let's start with the biggest question on everyone's mind: just how much is this increase? The Social Security Administration has announced a 3.2% COLA increase for 2025, which might seem smaller than the 8.7% we saw in 2023 or the 3.4% in 2024, but don't let that number fool you. This still translates to a significant boost in your monthly payments. For the average Social Security retirement beneficiary who's currently receiving $1,827 per month, this means an increase of approximately $58, bringing their monthly payment to $1,885. But what about SSDI recipients? If you're receiving Social Security disability insurance, your payments will also see this 3.2% bump. Currently, the average SSDI benefit is around $1,483 per month. With this new increase, you'll be looking at roughly $47 more each month, bringing your new monthly benefit to approximately $1,530. Remember, these are average figures. Your actual increase will depend on your current benefit amount. For our SSI recipients, this news is equally important. The federal benefit rate, FBR, for SSI will increase as well. Currently, individuals receiving SSI get up to $914 per month, while couples receive up to $1,371. With the 3.2% COLA, individual recipients will see their maximum benefit rise by about $29 to $943, while couples could see an increase of around $44, bringing their maximum benefit to $1,415. But here's something crucial to remember: some states provide supplemental SSI payments on top of the federal amount, so your total increase could be even higher depending on where you live. Now, let's talk about our veterans. VA benefit recipients, including those receiving disability compensation and pension benefits, will also see their payments increase by 3.2%. For veterans receiving disability compensation, the increase will vary based on your disability rating and number of dependents. For example, if you're a veteran with a 100% disability rating and no dependents, currently receiving $3,621. 95 monthly, you'll see an increase of about $116, bringing your monthly payment to approximately $3,738. But here's something really important that many people don't realize: this COLA increase doesn't just affect your base benefit. It also impacts other aspects of Social Security benefits. For instance, the maximum amount of earnings subject to Social Security tax, taxable maximum, will increase from $168,600 to $174,000. For working beneficiaries, the earnings limits will also change. If you're under full retirement age, you'll be able to earn more before your benefits are reduced. You might be wondering about Medicare premiums and how they'll affect your increase. While the exact Medicare Part B premium for 2025 hasn't been finalized yet, it's crucial to understand that any increase in these premiums will be deducted from your Social Security benefits. However, thanks to the hold harmless provision, most beneficiaries are protected from having their net Social Security benefit decrease due to increases in Medicare Part B premiums. Here's a question I get asked a lot: when will I see this increase in my payments? The new payment amounts will begin with benefits payable to more than 66 million Social Security beneficiaries in January 2025. For SSI recipients, the new payments will start on December 29, 2024, since January 1 falls on a holiday. VA benefit increases will also take effect in January 2025. But there's more to consider beyond just the numbers. This COLA increase comes at a time when many beneficiaries are facing rising costs in essential expenses like housing, healthcare, and groceries. While the 3.2% increase is designed to help maintain purchasing power, it's important to understand how to maximize these benefits. Have you considered how this increase might affect other benefits you receive? Or how it might impact your tax situation? Let's talk about some strategies to make the most of this increase. First, take a look at your monthly budget. Could this extra money help you build an emergency fund? Or perhaps it could help pay down any existing debt? Some beneficiaries might want to consider consulting with a financial advisor to understand how this increase affects their overall financial picture, especially if they receive multiple types of benefits. For those of you receiving SSDI benefits, remember that this increase doesn't affect your eligibility or your continuing disability reviews. However, if you're working while receiving SSDI, be aware that the substantial gainful activity (SGA) limits will also increase in 2025. This means you'll be able to earn more while still maintaining your eligibility for benefits. SSI recipients should pay special attention to how this increase might affect other benefits they receive, such as SNAP, food stamps, or housing assistance. Sometimes, an increase in SSI can affect eligibility for other needs-based programs. It's important to report this change in income to any other assistance programs you're enrolled in to avoid any issues with your benefits. Veterans receiving VA benefits should note that this increase applies to both compensation and pension benefits. If you're receiving VA pension benefits, remember that these are needs-based, so the income increase might affect your pension amount. It's worth checking with a VA representative to understand exactly how this will impact your specific situation. Here's something else to consider: if you're currently working and paying into Social Security, this COLA increase affects you too. The maximum amount of earnings subject to Social Security tax will increase, which means some higher earning workers might see a slight decrease in their take-home pay. However, this also means you're building up higher future benefits for yourself. Now, let's address a concern many of you might have: is this increase enough? While 3.2% might not seem like a lot, especially compared to recent years, it's important to understand that COLA is designed to maintain purchasing power, not increase it. The formula used to calculate COLA is based on the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, CPIW, which measures changes in the prices of everyday goods and services. One question that often comes up is whether there are any additional increases or benefits you might be eligible for beyond COLA. For example, some Social Security recipients might be eligible for Medicare savings programs that can help cover healthcare costs. VA benefit recipients might qualify for additional allowances or special monthly compensation. It's worth exploring these options to ensure you're receiving all the benefits you're entitled to. Looking ahead, what can beneficiaries expect for the rest of 2025 and beyond? While we can't predict future COLA increases, it's important to stay informed about any changes or updates to these benefit programs. Congress occasionally makes changes to Social Security, SSI, and VA benefits that could affect your payments. That's why it's crucial to stay connected with reliable sources of information. Remember, these benefit increases are designed to help maintain your standard of living in the face of rising costs. While the 3.2% increase might not solve all financial challenges, it's a significant adjustment that will help millions of Americans better manage their expenses in 2025. The key is to understand exactly how this increase affects your specific situation and to plan accordingly. Before we wrap up this important update, let me remind you that staying informed about your benefits is crucial. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. I'm always here to break down complex benefit changes into clear, actionable information that you can use to make the most of your benefits. Drop your questions in the comments below. I love hearing from you and helping you understand these important updates better. Until next time, take care and stay informed.